Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Thaboxingvoice.com.
What up, TBB? Reminding y'all to tune in on December 11th to Border Wars to witness.
Hey, we ain't got no Border Wars intro. What up, what up, what up? It's been about 30 days. It's been about 30 days since we checked in on the Border Wars episode and since we talked to any Border Wars people. And officially, Border Wars has moved to May 7th in Wakanama, Milwaukee. But I wanted to reach out and see if the interest was still there. You know, Adrian Rowan feels like things aren't as, I guess, popular as they once were. As he says it, the Border Wars is dead right now. And he wants to make sure that people are interested. And so do I. I got a lot going on my plate. And I guess the best thing to know is whether or not you guys are interested in actually getting this done and proceeding. Now, I know that for Surefire D, DeMarcus is interested, as you know, he is already paid half of his fees, and there's quite a few others that have gone ahead and, you know, paid either in full or half of their fees. Esteban, Jordan Baker, Robert the Genius, a lot of people. Now, look, if this card takes off, it's a fantastic card. I mean, the 12 fights that I had lined up, it would have been, without a doubt, the best card ever. We had DeMarcus versus Corey Frank, and that's DeMarcus for Surefire D coming off his big win over Jerome Lambert, taking on undefeated Corey Frank. Jordan Baker, undefeated, taking on undefeated champion in the cruiserweight division, Robert the Genius. Terrell, 2 wins, 1 draw, taking on 3 wins, 1 draw, Sean Jones for the vacant title. Jose pulled out the Adrian Rowan fight, so Jose and his wife will not be fighting. So Jose versus Adrian doesn't happen. Pablo ASAP versus Smoke 'em Out Jay, mandatory eliminator to Sean versus Rel. Bishop versus Hotzi was in, think it's off. James Clark versus Karma should be on. Mitty versus Oscar Williams is off. So we're looking for an opponent for Oscar. We need an opponent in the 160-pound division for Oscar. We need an opponent for Jason Hotzi, who said that Matt doesn't answer him and neither does Show Kid. So we need something for Jason Hotzi. And again, if there's no energy, you know, you guys don't feel like you're interested, all good. We can move on. We did 4 last year. Maybe what's needed is a little bit of a break, is a little bit of a time off to have you guys officially want it and or miss it. We got, who else? So Karma Surge is taking on, what was his name? Oh, God, I just forgot. Jerome Lambert? No. Nope. James. It was James Clark of Milwaukee versus Karma Surge. Then, like I said, Mitty is no longer fighting Oscar. The best dad ever, I don't think he's fighting Alex either. Alex has a fight with, let me see, what's his name? He just hit me up on IG. Alex, he can no longer, he doesn't think he's going to be able to make it to 160. He said it's looking like 170. Let me get to these messages. His name is Orlando Paul. He says, what up, bud? I might have a problem getting to 160. I'm sure I can do 170, but I'm stalling at 179. Not sure why. I went from 195 to 179 pretty well, but now I'm stalling. Is it too late to change? So that is something that Alex Big Fish Vega has to let me know. And I think that might be too much for you. I think we might have to give him at 179. We might have to give him to someone else. But again, we need to make sure that the energy is there. We need to make sure that you guys are all in. We can't do this if you're not all in. So the other fights that we have are, so that's off. Rebecca and Danny is off. LJ the Dom versus Big Kendrick. We haven't heard from Big Kendrick. And Eddie Bola de Grasa versus the Real Tank in the chubby weight division, which is another great fight. So we've lost 3 or 4 fights. Still have 8 solid fights. Just need to make sure that these guys are still in. This is your official warning. I need everybody who's interested to contact me in the next 7 days so we can make our decision. Are we doing this or are we canceling? It's as simple as that. If you're not all in, you need to let us know so that we can move on. I got all types of shit going on. I got to move to Vegas. I got the new studio popping. So you need to be serious so that I can get serious. I can't get serious. Rowan, Adrian wants me to do shows and things like that. But I mean, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And with today's payment, 6 paid people. And, whether all of those are paid in full or not, a handful are. But again, no need to work on something that isn't there. If you're interested, if you still have that energy for Border Wars, if you want to participate and you want to make this great, well, then you definitely need to get in touch with us within the next 7 days. Border Wars is going to happen in Waconomowoc, Milwaukee, not in Florida, not in Dallas. So, not in New Mexico. So that's what's going on. I wanted to update everybody. Let this episode serve as your notice and warning. If you want it, you must make it happen. How do you make it happen? By contacting me, letting me know you're serious, and paying your fight fees. Without a fight fee, you have no fight. Yes, Waconomowoc, wherever the hell that's at. Abel Garcia, what's up? He says, what is Border Wars? Border Wars is when you get in the ring and swing. You stop all the talking. You stop saying what fighter could do this and how he should have done that. And you get in there and you show us exactly what it is you can do. So once again, our date is May 7th. And if we're going to get this off, we need to get some energy in the next 2 weeks because Adrian is willing to change his date to a USA boxing date. So he's already ready to get up out of here. He's like, look, man, I don't see the good folks at TBV looking like they're really interested in this. I'm going to go ahead and do something else if you guys don't really want this. So if you guys don't really want this or do want this, now is the time to step up. This episode is serving as your final warning. If you're interested, you need to come out the woodwork. Once again, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. This is our 3rd time going live today, 9 a.m., 5 p.m., 7 p.m. Again, hashtag we working, hashtag Corvette grind. Let's go. If you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, do so. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. It'll put this episode in the eyes of other boxing fans, letting them know that not only do we talk boxing, but we get in the ring and we show that we can actually box. Our listeners, our hosts, our community gets in the ring and swings. They don't just talk boxing. They don't just make picks. They ain't just got something to say. They got something to show you if you want to jump in the ring and swing yourself. So looks like I got James Payne on the line. What's going on, champ? Talk to us.
James Payne is my name, partner, how about you? Standing on my property and I'm gonna see about you. If I come out on my porch, I see you chillin' in your wheel. Boy, I hope you know somebody better be waiting on the bitch. James Payne, baby, see me pissing on the post. If we're playing basketball, you might see me in the post.
Yo, TBV, can you hear me?
We hear you. We hear you. What's happening?
Not nothing, man. Just checking in on the Border Wars hotline, trying to see what these guys out here doing, man. It has been a little drab, a little lacking in that energy, man. I know Border Wars is a lot of guys take it very seriously, but it's been a lot of things happening in the TBV universe, man. A lot of upgrading, a lot of address changing and things like that, man. So it's just a matter of if the guys want it, and if they want it, you speak it, believe it, receive it, in the words of the great Deontay Wilder. And I think they'll get it. You know what I'm saying? I see my guy over here, Esteban from Oregon, would love eating steak or sausage or something. I don't know what he got going on, but you know what I mean? Shout out to him, man. You look phenomenal in that in Florida, champ. Like you had the Ali shuffle going, footwork looked good, boxing skills look real sharp. I was very impressed with the in-ring display that you put on, Esteban. I hope to see you get a fight and continue to look so impressive, man. You know what I'm saying? It was disappointing to hear about Canadian Jose and the Adrian fight falling out. That was very disappointing. I was looking forward to that matchup. Canadian Jose was able to maintain the straps, so he's Jose two straps right now. You know what I'm saying? So he's able to maintain that main event in Florida. Oh my goodness, with the Lioness and Tank Furman, that was a barn burner. I don't know if you guys listening out there in the YouTube ethos had an opportunity to watch it, but make sure you go watch the last Border Wars Winter Soldiers in Florida, man. There was some hellified fights on that card. We had crowned the chubby-weight champion. Super Mix and Bola de Glasa tore the house down. I mean, they went at it. The real and the the rail and my guy, man, what's my guy name? Is it Chino? I don't think it's Chino. I don't think it's Chino. Rail and Pablo.
Pablo
That's who it was.
ASAP, right?
Pablo.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Pablo ASAP. They had a hellified fight. Man, you know, Anthony Forbes put it on my guy Preston James. You know, the American Idol. He put it on him. That was a good scrap. Also, man, that Surefire D and that Lambert fight was a scrap. You know what I'm saying? It was some scraps on that card, man. Guys got in there. They definitely lived up to their reputation. They got in the ring. They swing. They let it all hang out. They did what they needed to do. We took Border Wars production to an entirely another atmosphere, stratosphere. The production quality, we produced the best product we've ever visually seen affiliated with Border Wars, and it can continue to go in that direction. It's just, does the community want it? Are you guys still invested? Because you got to remember what Border Wars does, man. Border Wars gives the average guy, the average Joe, the opportunity to be the star, the opportunity to live their fighter lifestyle. Go and check some of these fighters' testimonials, the weight loss journeys that these guys go on, the confidence boosters that these guys experience. I mean, it's changing guys' lives one by one, individual for individual. Guys are signing up for this competition and they're becoming completely new people. I mean, you got guys like Tank getting actual sponsors. I know professional fighters that have trouble securing sponsorships. Tank got sponsors. Come on now. We got actual trainers training Border War fighters. Guys that train professional fighters, amateur fighters, USA Boxing, all of these. I mean, this is getting noticed by people all across the boxing world. We have celebrity judges that be coming and showing up for our Border Wars events. So Border Wars is taking on a life of its own, man. Border Wars is a serious, serious thing. You have guys that are willing to risk suspension from their amateur USA boxing licenses because of the exposure that they get from Border Wars events, man. So that just lets you know that this is a serious thing. Not only that, we got guys that have aspirations of going pro one day. So Border Wars is a life changer, man. It's an incredible concept brought to you by none other than Ness Heyman. It's an event that the Boxing Voice puts a lot of time, a lot of energy, invests a lot of money into it. And there have been guys like Adrian, guys like myself, callers that have stepped up, listeners and callers that step up and have contributed. Each man has brought their own talents, their own ideas. Brandon Lenz does phenomenal things in the background. I mean, guys give their all for this competition, and the product's only getting better and better. And no matter what happens in May, I know come next Border Wars, whether we get it in May, hopefully in May, but if for some reason it's not in May, I know the next one is going to be the biggest, the best that we've ever seen, from production to live event, ticket sales, the customers, the patrons, the fight enthusiasts are going to be thoroughly entertained no matter what city we hold it in. But it's up to you guys now, man. The ball is in your court. So I'm not gonna take up too much more time. I just wanted to offer my thoughts, my opinions, my feelings on it, because I'm definitely a supporter, an advocate. Hopefully one day a participant. If my body will continue to heal in a good fashion. I'm still about 4 weeks out from being able to do 50% sparring. So I'm healing different, man. I'm getting a little older, but I gotta admit, man, training for this boxing, man, it put me in the best shape of my life, and I'm just looking forward to getting back to some form of training and getting back in shape and getting back on the horse and seeing what I got left in the tank, man, because I still think I got more to give. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm more than happy with assisting and making sure that Border Wars is the best produced, the best run program that it could possibly be. So once again, I want to give special thanks to Ness Heyman for creating the concept and for giving us this format, this outlet to get in there and to change lives, man. And I want to thank each and every Border Wars participant that has ever competed in any of the previous seasons in Border Wars. This thing has went coast to coast. Think about that. There have been Border Wars in pretty much every major city in this country, coast to coast. And it's continuing to get bigger and better and has aspirations of going international one day. We have international competitors in this, man. We have our own ranking system. And recently we have the most beautiful belts that a competitor can ask for, man. Belts that champions that win those belts are going to wear with pride and honor and integrity and represent this community to the fullest, man. So with that being said, I'm gonna turn it over. Thank you for the time, Ness. I hope some of the other guys will get on here and share some of my sentiments as far as the passion that this thing evokes. And best of luck to these competitors. Train well, happy hunting, stay healthy, stay blessed, and man, that's my call. James Payne checking out, Jim.
All right. We got my Jimbe. No Majimbe, no Majimbe.
Ness, you there?
I'm here. What
Yeah,
up?
what up, brother? All right, so I my sentiments are the same as James Payne, but I gotta say, with everything that you got going on, can you guarantee us that it's gonna be you putting 100% in? Or mentally, are you gonna be somewhere else? Because I love it. I love water. I just like James Payne. I want to be a future participant, especially now that I'm not looking my best and feeling horrible. Um, but that being said, like if we're not gonna get like those type of events that we've been getting, I'd say hold off. You know the people will call for it again. It's one of the best things, in my opinion, that TBV has. So let the hunger, let them start starving for it again, and then come back with like a crazy card rematch with the Lion and Tank Furman, which I want that rematch. But yeah, man, I don't know, brother. I mean, it's something that I cherish. I love those events. Even though I've never been able to be a part of one, I look forward to that. So if it's not going to be like the ones that we've been getting, and how every single one has been better than the last, I'd say hold off. Never
Understandable.
want to go in. Yeah, brother. You never want to go into anything like halfway. You want to go 100%. I don't know, man. I mean, and I think Wisconsin is great, but I also think the Florida vibe was something different. I would love to see it back in the East Coast. Easier for me to participate, especially right now. So yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, you sound like you're kind of on the fence about it yourself because you're asking people, to tell you if they want it or not.
Well, yeah,
I don't know.
because I definitely got a lot of shit going on, and I don't want to waste energy on anything if people are not 100% into it. Because once I'm trying to be in Vegas by March 1st officially, like on a living there.
Yeah.
So once I get there, I want to turn it up. I want that podcast studio to turn into a radio station. So I plan on working, and whether I'm doing boxing or border wars, it don't matter to me. But I need to turn out. Like, look at today's show. I
So
mean, we haven't had a show in forever. There's only 25 people watching. There's not very many people in the
yeah.
chat. So it's like, look, if they're not into it, it's all good. I got a lot of other shit that I can put my energy into.
Right, but here's the thing: like letting it simmer and letting it build up. You like, you get situated in Las Vegas. This is what I'm thinking. This is just me, daydreaming.
Mm-hmm.
But you get situated in Las Vegas. The next Border Wars happens in Las Vegas. We get Paulie Malignaggi, Ness Heyman as commentators. I don't know, man. It sounds good to me. It sounds good to me. Eddie lives in Las Vegas, Por la Grasa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we get the rock star finally. Doesn't he live in Vegas too?
Yep, yep.
I don't know. I think everything happens for a reason. I think maybe this is not the best time to have a Border Wars. And as always, we want the best product and the best thing for TBV. So I think letting people start hungry, getting hungry for it again, and maybe letting the matchups start to work themselves out is the best thing for it. Yeah, brother.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in. As always, thank you for the support, my Jimbe. We miss your calls around here. We going out to Esteban. What up?
Hey, how's it going, Ness?
All good, all good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good to
Just
hear, brother.
calling
Good to
in.
hear.
Yes, sir. It's good to hear you too. Um, it's great to see everything that's happening to your show and all the great boxers, and it's really amazing.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Because you give people like me and so many other brothers, Black and Latino, a voice. Really, in the world like that we live in, we don't have a voice. And no way to fight for what we believe in. And you're giving us all that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Who's that guy who always calls in? He's from Tennessee.
Yeah, James Payne.
Yeah, James Payne Lethal. He was the cameraman. Thank you so much for the props, James Payne. I remember you recording while I was walking to the ring, having my moment. And I really don't mind when you guys have the show, whether it be tomorrow I'll try and be there. I've come on shorter notice, a week notice, and try to be there for a fight. And I'm always nervous. I'm not ashamed to admit that. But I love boxing. Oscar Williams is the person that I see, is looking for a fight, and he's older. More amateur fights than me. So that's just the name I have in my mind that maybe he'll accept, and we can get it on.
That's a good fight. Good fight, man. Glad that you would be willing to take on such a challenge because we haven't been able to get him anybody. He was supposed to fight Mitty, and that isn't happening.
Yeah, Mitty's far away,
Yeah.
but this guy, I've heard Oscar Williams talk before, and I've seen a little sparring footage. He's like an OG, and it'd be cool to fight, somebody like that.
Yeah, yeah.
There was something else I want to say, but I can't remember. My thoughts always slip my mind. I'm just so thankful. Want to give my props to everybody. Just being a part of Border Wars, whoever competes, it's really fun, and it's only really 6 minutes that you have to gear yourself up for. It may seem hard, but it's really not. It's great people there to protect you. I wonder who's going to be our referee, Nestor.
We'll get a professional.
A professional. That's right. And yeah, Nestor, just keep the gates open for this show. I know it seems like everybody doesn't want to go. I like the idea of going to Las Vegas because that's where you're frequenting. You're going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been to Wisconsin. I feel like Border Wars is kind of like a boxing globetrotter type of show. So it's only right that we go places that we never been.
Agreed. Totally agree.
And that's it. I don't want to spend too much time. I just pay my respects. Thank you for creating Border Wars, and I've been listening to the show. Peace and love from Oregon, Esteban. I'm out.
All right, champ. Appreciate you, man. All right. That looks like all our callers. So once again, let this serve as your warning. If you're interested, we need you to come on forward and holler at me. Let me know so we get this show on the road. Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Catch us on the next one.